welcome back. I know I shared this movie of Dana Point about 15 years ago, but I thought I'd reshare it, this time a little better quality video. My grandfather had the habit of putting captions on each of these videos, and here we are at the Headlands Trail there. In a moment here, you're going to be looking north. There we go right there. That's Salt Creek in the distance. My grandfather, my mom, and my uncle right there, right next to the bluff. The Headlands, right now, if you haven't been there, there's some wonderful trails there, and it still looks pretty much the same. Now, even in the 60s, I remember traveling on this road, and there's that poor snake my grandfather referenced a little bit earlier. I think he's just making sure it's dead, and somehow he got my grandmother to hold it. There's my mom and uncle down below, looking south right there from the road at Princess Point area. This one right here, he's mentioning Richard Henry Dana. He was into history, and he knew the history of the local area right there. Now here's the Strands. Again, my grandmother, mom, and uncle right there. And if this were in color today, and there were a couple surfers out, you might not tell the difference between 1933 and 2022. It hasn't changed much at all right there. Obviously, the Strands area has changed dramatically. Now, here's a shot right here, kind of down by a boneyard, I think, in Doheny. And looking north, you'll see way out at the end there, you'll see Dana Point. Princess Point is kind of sandwiched in between these two little points right here. And it's a great shot. Now, there's I believe that is down to Salt Creek Point you're looking at right there. My mom and dad, and of course I see where the kids get all their energy. I see where Malcolm and I got all of our energy right there. But that was right down by by Salt Creek Point. I'm not sure where this one is taken. I think it's down, let's see, we'll know in a second. I think that is just the little point before Princess Point. It was all carved away when they built the harbor. Here is a classic shot of Dana Point right there. You can see the waves rolling in. And this one, again, my grandfather was big on captions. He mentions Bryce Canyon, but I always wondered, why did they call it Princess Point? Well, there on the right-hand side of the screen, about halfway up, you can see kind of a silhouette of a princess. Now, when I saw the point, the sandstone had eroded completely down that area, so it was kind of a mystery why they'd call it that. Now, here's a kind of a closing shot, looking up at the old hotel right there, and boy, look at that, nothing there. Again, this is 1933. All right, well, that was a quick little trip back in time. Talk to you later. Aloha.